Hello brothers and sisters, before we get into our regularly scheduled program, I have a quick mail call I wanted to do. Got a letter in the mail from Justin and Jana at Survival Mindset. Let's pop this bad boy open. I'm using my Bark River Ultralight Bushcrafter. A really badass knife, I love this thing. Let's see what Justin and Jana sent me. Oh yeah. Oh, sweetness. They sent me one of their channel stickers. That is badass, brother. I love that. And he sent me a note. And it says, "We really enjoy your videos. Thanks for subscribing. Survival Mindset, Justin and Jana." I really enjoy your channel as well, Justin and Jana. Y'all are doing an awesome job. And I'm always looking forward to watching your videos. So thank you very much for the swag. I'm gonna put this bad boy on my leatherworking toolbox. Alright. So I'm going to be putting you right under here, under the last grunt up in the woods. Looks good, brother. If y'all aren't familiar with Justin and Jana on Survival Mindset, I'll put a link down in the description below. Y'all can go check them out. I highly recommend you going and checking them out. Really good channel. They do bushcrafting, fire making, hiking. Does some really awesome aerial shots. Love that footage. But I would highly recommend y'all go check them out. And if you like them, give them a sub. Tell them Adam from the Weekend Hiker sent you. It's always appreciated. Now, time to get back into our regularly scheduled program. How's it going, all my brothers and sisters out there in YouTube land? I'm back out here at Oak Mountain State Park again. Woot! Good morning, everybody. I'm not gonna lie, when I woke up this morning I felt like hell warmed over. I had a massive headache, probably because of I don't know, maybe I got dehydrated by the fire last night and the cold air didn't help much, but took some Aleve and feel right as rain again. I was watching a video from Homesteading with Dutch the other day. By the way, if you haven't seen his channel, you should definitely go check him out. Another great YouTuber. He was showing off some budget Walmart survival gear, and he was using this exact same stove from Walmart, using one fuel tab, and then he had one of these from Walmart as well. This already has a couple dings in it because it's a very thin aluminum, but he was complaining about putting this on the fire, that it warped the bottom, but he put it on there without any water in it. I was just curious to see if you put water in it before you put it on the flame, if it still warps, or if it still warps as bad. We'll just have to test it out and see what happens. Alright, so he had roughly 3/4 of a cup of water in there. I'm just going to eyeball it. Yeah, it should be close enough. I got my water already in here, and light this up and then put this on there, and as soon as it starts to boil I'll take it off and we'll see how this held up. This is some really thin gauge aluminum. It's very prone to denting and warping. Alright, let's light this bad boy up. It's a little windy out here today, so I'm having to kind of block the wind a little bit. We'll let her boil and see what happens. Well, she just burned out, and that's about as good as she got. Let's dump this out and see what we got. Let's take a look at this. So right off the bat, you'll notice that it's got a little discolored from being burned, and you can see where it's sat. There's very minor distortion on this. You can really see it from the top. There's a couple small dings in here, but that was prior to me putting it on there. As you can see, it's not near as disformed as there was when Dutch put it on there dry without water in it. So if you're going to use a thin gauge aluminum to cook on, make sure you put water in the container before you put it on the fire. Otherwise, you're going to warp the container really bad. It's already a really inexpensive item. If you're going to have it, you might as well try to do everything you can to prolong its life. So always put water in it before you put it on the fire, and it'll help you out in the long run. I've learned a couple of things on this trip. One, not a big fan of tent camping. I'd rather be hammock camping any day. But unfortunately, I can't afford a winter underquilt and winter top quilt at this time. So I'm stuck with my tent set up at the moment. So I got to try some new food. I tried Spam for the first time. My final thoughts on Spam: it's not something I'd want to eat every day, but if I was out backpacking, hiking in the woods, it would be a good way to have some meat in the backcountry. And lastly, I learned if you're gonna buy an inexpensive item made of aluminum that's really thin gauge aluminum, always put water in it before you put it on the fire, otherwise you're gonna have some really messed up aluminum. Getting ready to break down camp here and call it a day. This was more of a R&R trip. I'd like to thank you all for stopping by. This is Adam with The Weekend Hiker saying take care, God bless, and I'll see you all down the trail.